All right, let's talk about one of the most misunderstood, overused, and sneakily powerful things in human finance: interest. That little percentage that turns a tiny loan into a big fat problem, or a big win, depending on which side you're on. Now look, I'm just a cat. I don't have a 401k. I don't check FICO scores. I nap on freshly folded laundry and chase laser dots like they owe me rent. But even I can tell, interest is the financial equivalent of catnip. Mildly addictive, weirdly exciting, and if you're not careful, you'll end up licking the floor wondering what just happened. So what is interest? In simple terms, interest is the cost of borrowing money, or if you're the one lending, it's your reward for letting someone else use your money. Either way, it's money making more money, kind of like your tuna multiplying overnight, except someone else gets to eat it. Let's say you borrow $100 from a bank. They say, sure, but we want 5% interest. That means you'll owe them $105 later. That $5 is interest. Sounds simple, right? Wait for it, because that's just simple interest. But humans, oh you clever creatures, decided that simple interest was too boring. So you invented compound interest. And that's where things go from mildly annoying to mathematically diabolical. Compound interest is interest on your interest. It's like when I leave one hairball on the couch and by the time you get home, there are 5. You're not just paying for what you borrowed. You're paying for what grew on top of what you borrowed. My human once borrowed $1,000 on a credit card with a 20% interest rate. She didn't pay it off. Next month, that debt grew to $200. The month after that, more. The card charged interest on top of the previous interest. It was like debt inception. And when she tried to make just the minimum payments, yeah, that $1,000 ended up taking years to pay off. Years. You know how long that is in cat time? That's like 8 lives. But interest isn't always the villain. If you're the one earning it through savings accounts, bonds, or lending, interest becomes your little army of dollars, working while you sleep. You put in $1 and it brings back friends. It's financial magic, except not really magic, just math. Predictable, cold, sneaky math. Let's say you put $1,000 in a savings account with a 5% annual interest rate. If it's simple interest, you earn $50 a year. Every year. That's like getting one sardine every night. But if it's compound interest, it's a whole different tuna can. In compound interest, you earn interest on your original amount plus whatever interest has already been added. So year 1, you earn $50. Year 2, you earn interest on 150. Year 3, interest on 1,150. It keeps snowballing. You don't have to do anything. Just sit there, like me, on your human's laptop, all day. This is why Einstein allegedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Either he said that, or a finance bro with a sticker printer made it up. Either way, it stuck. But because the effects of compound interest are slow, people ignore them. That's the mistake. Whether you're investing or borrowing, it's a long game. One that rewards the patient and punishes the forgetful. Let's talk student loans. These often accrue compound interest daily. Daily. Like every morning when you open your eyes, your debt just had a little baby debt overnight. If you pause payments or defer, the interest doesn't pause. It multiplies. And if you're unlucky, it gets added to your principal, and then future interest is charged on that too. It's like a cat bringing in mice, and those mice start dating and having their own little mouse families. Same goes for mortgages. You borrow $300,000 at 6% for 30 years. Sounds okay, but over the life of that loan, you might pay around $650,000. That extra $350,000, all interest. It's like you paid for 2 houses but only got one, and it still has popcorn ceilings. And if you refinance without understanding how the new interest accumulates, you could be restarting the clock. It's like cleaning out the litter box, then dumping the same old litter right back in. Let's not forget payday loans. Oh boy, these make credit cards look like cuddly kittens. Some payday lenders charge 300, 400, even 600% APR. That's not borrowing. That's volunteering for financial doom. It's like trading your whiskers for a bag of treats, only to find out the bag is empty.
No.
Now let's flip the script. Suppose you become the lender. Maybe you buy bonds or put your money in a high-yield savings account. Suddenly, interest is your friend. You're not chasing it. It's chasing you. Every month, your balance grows, slowly, but surely, like a lazy cat inching across the windowsill. Let's say you invest $5,000 at 7% compound interest annually. After 10 years, that becomes around $10,000. After 20 years, around $20,000. No extra effort. You didn't hustle. You didn't side gig. You just let math do its thing. Want to feel old? If you start investing $200 a month at age 25 and earn 8% interest annually, by age 65, you'd have around $700,000. That's right, no lottery, just patience, and maybe fewer oat milk lattes. But here's where interest gets emotional, because it's not just about numbers, it's about time. Every dollar you pay in unnecessary interest is a dollar you didn't save, didn't invest, didn't spend on something joyful, like a scratching post, or a heated perch, or heck, even a vet visit you can actually afford. My human once started a small business selling fancy bow ties for cats. She took out a small loan. It seemed fine, but she didn't account for interest compounding during her slow months. She ended up paying more on loan interest than for inventory, and I had to model 15 different bow ties in one afternoon. Do you know how humiliating that is for a cat with dignity? So yes, interest can help you build dreams, but if you're not watching, it'll smother them with velvet ribbon. And here's something most people never say. Interest is emotional math. When you borrow, you're asking someone to believe in you, and when you lend, you're hoping they won't mess it up. That extra isn't just money, it's the cost of time, risk, trust, and sometimes regret. Now, let's bust a myth or two. A lot of people think paying the minimum balance is good enough. Nope, that's how they get you. Paying the minimum mostly covers the interest, barely touching the principal. It's like licking the surface of a tuna can but never opening it. Frustrating and fishless. Another one. I'll just transfer my balance to a 0% interest card. Sounds great, but those come with transfer fees. And if you miss one payment, that 0% becomes 24% in the blink of an eye. Boom, tuna trap. And for those of you thinking, I'll invest later when I make more money, let me tell you, time beats timing. Compound interest doesn't care how much you invest. It cares how long. Start with $10. Start with $5. Start with the change you find in the couch cushions. Just start. Because here's the truth. The earlier you understand interest, the sooner you stop working for money and your money starts working for you. But wait, before you curl up and doze off, let me throw in one last thought. Interest isn't just a money thing. It's a trust thing. When you borrow, you're telling someone, trust me, I'll give this back with something extra. When you lend or invest, you're saying, I believe this will come back to me, even bigger. That extra is the price of time, risk, and faith. It's not just math, it's human psychology, or in my case, feline instinct. And honestly, I wish humans were taught about interest the same way they teach kittens to use the litter box, repeatedly, with firm guidance, and maybe some tuna incentives. Instead, people stumble into adulthood thinking interest is just a line on a bill. They don't see the clause hiding behind it. So here's my final advice. Don't fear interest. Understand it, respect it, make it work for you, not against you. Because in the end, interest rewards those who think long-term, and punishes those who chase shiny things without reading the fine print. Now seriously, I'm off to nap. And while I'm dreaming of endless bowls of kibble, I hope you're dreaming of a future where your money multiplies quietly, powerfully, and without drama. Unless it's cat drama. That's always allowed. Oh, and one more thing before I curl into a perfect spiral on your pillow. If this all still feels overwhelming, you're not alone. My human once thought APR was a medical condition, but she learned slowly with trial and error and sometimes tears. Understanding interest isn't about being perfect. It's about paying attention. It's about realizing that every small choice with your money today shapes your options tomorrow. Even a lazy cat like me knows that. So take it from someone who spends 9 hours a day staring out the window. The future comes faster than you think. And if you let interest work in your favor, that future might just be filled with warm sunbeams, soft blankets, and a bank account that purrs back at you.